I get a zoom on there? What happened? Anyway, all right, Cortot checklist. Okay, so the main thing at your stage of the game, you want to sit in the same place every single time. Do you have a full-length thing? What are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, full piano.
Full piano. So put your belly button on the lock, basically on E. I like it on more like D. Push and C. It seems like very small difference, but it's pretty big in terms of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But start at E, and then eventually you can, because that's the true middle of the piano. It's basically right here.
Okay.
Whatever. Sit. You got to get your bench height right, so that if you notice my knees are just like a little bit lower than this. We're talking about blood flow. Your feet are out in front of you. You're going to see me do this all the time. I put my feet way behind me. It's because I'm an organ player. And the reason that works for me is that when I push my feet back, my stomach really engages, and it took me years to really get that shit to happen, because it's before I used to do that, I used to pooch it out, I'd get back problems, because obviously on an organ those are notes, so if you put your feet down, we'll get to the organ playing later, but so you want just a little bit of weight on your feet. Sitting up straight, just do core work every day, sit-ups, planks, those kind of things. I'm not kidding. Relaxed shoulders. This stuff is really easy to kind of flex your shoulders and dig in. So you want to be, straight up and down. Flat wrists, and again, you tend to want to put your wrist down, so it's like that. And then when you pick your wrist up, you pick up your whole shoulder. Yeah. So you want to figure out how to get into this position and be relaxed. So I have a flat hand, have this thing going on. And your fingers, everybody's fingers, but yours right now especially, tend to do this. So you're going like that. You want to, every time this happens, you want to reset them.
Okay.
And that's, a lot of that has to do with like where your wrist is at. Because if your wrist is down there, your fingers are going to naturally do that. It's like, when you have something here down the line, it affects, everything down the line affects everything else. And you're going to start to really realize that. So one more time with this, you're going to be 6 on each of these individually. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I like 4. 4 times then. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, and then 4, 5. And then do the opposite. Start at 5. And then these little guys, you're going to be holding one note at a time. You probably should do them hands separate. Like that first one, you can do hands together at this point. This one, do hands separate at first, until you'll get it pretty quickly. You'll figure out how to clear out the pathways. But again, you're just holding, in this case, C, and then playing all these different combinations one at a time, always maintaining the hand position. That's what we're really trying to do. When you start doing this kind of stuff, you're doing it too quick. Slow down, reset, and if you're having trouble with one particular combination, I mean, these are nice little 4-note groups, so you could just sit there and do this. Just do one of them till it works out. I mean, literally, these are most of the combinations that you do with your fingers, and you're literally training your brain to do each particular combination, and you're figuring out the problems that are going to be between your brain and your finger on each of those, because each one is different for some reason. So it's really important to not gloss over any of these. And then the last one, again, just maintaining that hand position. Not holding anything down. You could do each one a couple times if you want. And there's a lot of them. If you could just do one group here one day, and then this group the next day, and then this group the next day. Okay. I don't want you to be spending hours a day. doing this again, like 10 or 15 minutes and then stop because you're not in shape enough to do this and you're going to be overexerting yourself. This is when I do this stuff, if I'm going fast, I'm not pushing excessively here, but you're going to be. You're going to be pushing down, trying to figure out, and that's bad. But this is what we're working through. And if you do that, if you're pushing too hard, you're going to injure yourself. Okay. We don't want that. That's why you do just 10, 15 minutes, call it a day. Got it. Move on.